Hey everyone, welcome back to Collector Chatters. This is episode 154. I am Migs with Charlie. In today's episode, we're going to have some fun because with the new Daredevil show, Born Again, coming out again, we're going to talk about a fun list. We're going to do a blind ranking of some Marvel
Yes.
villains, some heroes. We're going to have fun with that. Cannot wait. We're also going to talk about the new Spider-Man brand new day trailer. The new Moana live action trailer also came out. We do have some Funko news and stuff we're going to talk about, and some things from VeeFriends.
Collecting is the way. Now let's chat. All right, Migs, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to talk about all this Marvel stuff. I feel like Marvel's
Yeah.
hype again, or at least for me.
Yeah. Well, no, for sure. It definitely is. It seems like it's big everywhere right now, obviously, with new shows and new movies and these trailers and all this stuff is kind of coming out and it's getting people excited for this new wave, I guess you could say, a new phase that's coming out. It hasn't been this exciting for a little while. And yeah, the new obviously Daredevil show is back, season two. Haven't checked it out yet, but I am excited to definitely get back
Same,
into that
same,
one because I did enjoy the first one. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it.
same. I didn't love it, but I'm hoping this is better. But before we get into all that Marvel stuff, Disney's just, all in the news in general. So
Yep.
we finally got we already got a teaser, but this is like the first full length trailer for the live action Moana.
Yes.
What did you think of that?
Yeah. So, like you said, we had the teasers. Everyone kind of knew this was happening. This, I think, was even announced before, like Moana 2, the
This was
animated
announced,
one,
yeah, a long
like
time
came
ago.
like came out. And obviously, this is literally live action. Pretty close, I believe they're going to do like almost like shot by shot, essentially, of
Yeah,
the movie. They're not kind of doing their own thing, which I enjoy that when they do live action. There's a lot of Disney live action that I do really like, and then there's some that I'm just kind of like, they didn't need to make that or didn't come out so good. Moana is one of the ones that the animated one, like in our family at least, like we're a huge fan of this movie, the original one.
yep.
Second one was just as good as well. We liked it, but obviously the first is the OG, is the better one. So when this was, being announced, I was excited. Now, watching the trailer, I won't lie, like I was excited for some things. It did look cool to see, but there was definitely some things that I was a little bit let down on. A few things that looked a little odd, which I think is what kind of really throws it off. But I don't know. I have really mixed like thoughts on this. I don't know what your thoughts are. I think you're more on the negative side, if I'm not mistaken. But I do have some mixed feelings.
No, I
What do
mean,
you
I
think?
would probably be mixed feelings as well. I mean, no more, I feel like, negative than probably you think about it. I mean,
Okay.
love the movie as well. The original second is good. It's not, by like you said, no, by no means as good as the first one. For people who don't know, it was actually supposed to be a Disney Plus show that, you know, Bob Iger mandated that we turn this into the movie to make more money in the box office, which
Hmm.
worked.
Yeah,
But
they made a lot of money.
I do feel like you can tell that for that movie. And I also feel the reason I bring that up, like for this one too, like a lot of people have been comparing it to, oh, it looks like Lilo and Stitch, which that was also supposed to be a straight to Disney Plus movie that they put in the movie theaters to make money. And that worked. So this to me is kind of like nothing against Disney because I love Disney. This is a cash grab type movie. They know it's going to make a ton of money. Moana, what's kind of cool is Moana has been like the most watched movie on Disney Plus for so many years. Like they're using Disney Plus data
Mhm.
is why they made this live action movie so soon. Like it is kind of soon, I feel like, to get a live
Yeah.
action movie of Moana. It's not that far removed. And, one thing that I've really struggled with in the trailer, which is kind of ironic because I would not have thought of this before, I feel like they probably shouldn't have had The Rock be Maui, even though like he is Maui, he actually is Hawaiian. Like I know like this story is really important to him, but the fact that everyone else is new, especially Moana,
Yeah.
um, I don't know, something just took me out of it. And there had been set, because it's funny, they have been hiding what he looked like. Like, we didn't see him in the
Hmm.
teaser. Um, The Rock Dwayne Johnson's already like looked the part in general, but they still put like he's wearing like a bodysuit. It looks like my problem with this movie is like stuff looks real and then animated cartoony as well,
Yeah,
which none of the like live action movies have really been that way. It fully has like felt like it was real life.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so like that's been my like biggest critique. It's just like The Rock kind of took me out of it, if that makes sense.
yeah. No, I agree. That's kind of like what I was saying when things looked a little off or a little weird. That kind of is what I noticed, and I agree. It is odd. I mean, like you want to say like, okay, it makes sense that they use The Rock. His voice,
Yeah,
he has his own song in the movie. Like you
he's a
think of
draw.
Maui, like when you hear him, and like kids will definitely hear him and be like, oh my god, that's him. Whatever, even if they don't know who The Rock is because they just know the voice. So like, yeah, that was perfect in that sense, but I don't think they executed it right because it's like they almost wanted to go too realistic versus because obviously Maui's like massively big,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
normal human's not going to really be that big. And they did try, The Rock is pretty big of a human, but they did try to bulk him up a little bit. But I forgot who it was. I think it was Duck Takes that was talking about how like
It
his
was.
head doesn't fit his body, right? And
Well,
you do notice that,
yeah, and what's
which
also
is what's odd.
funny about it is The Rock is probably in like quote unquote the smallest shape he's ever been in, I think, in his career. So it's
Yeah.
also weird that like of course now he looks the way he looks by making this movie. Because once again, like the whole I don't know, I can tell he's wearing a padded suit too. It
Hmm.
just looks strange. Um and then even like in the trailer, obviously there's larger than life characters from
Hmm.
the animated movie, which then making like some of them look like not like an actual animal, but then some of them look like a real animal. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
it was all over the place
Yeah,
for me.
it was inconsistent. Like they could have just made it like kind of like let's say the Lion King, right? The Lion King live action, quote
Yep,
unquote, obviously was animated to a sense in CGI, whatever. But they took a lot of like realistic
they all look like real
animals and
animals.
like they used that whatever, and like you can kind of tell, but it seems real at sometimes. But then with this, like you have the pig, and it's like oh. Pua looks great, whatever.
He
But like
looked like a pig.
but yeah, exactly. But then like the hey looks a little weird, and then even the Maui thing, like you were talking about, I feel like if they just went over the top a little bit, it probably would have made more sense. Like if they did make him pretty big, if they prosthetics and made his head or
Yes,
face look a little bit bigger, like just do that. Like why not? Like I'm sure they could have done that, and it would have been more like fitting the role. Like this does look like it's The Rock trying to like cosplay
as
Maui
Maui. Yeah,
in the movie because he's the voice. His hair obviously looks weird, but it also is like his hair in the movie is obviously even bigger. So I guess if they could went bigger, maybe it wouldn't look as odd. But like the chief, like the dad, whatever, like that's like a real like Polynesian Asian, like or not
yeah.
Asian, like Hawaiian guy, and
Samoan.
he has like actual hair and he's big and like it looks more natural on him. We're so used to seeing The Rock being bald, obviously, so like
Yeah,
that throws it off. But yeah, that was probably the biggest thing, and that's it's sad because that's like Maui is what people probably would have been really excited for to
yeah.
get people more on board with this movie. But everyone else is new. They use a different actress for Moana herself, and like she looks great. The rest of the characters do look great. I think I'm still gonna enjoy the movie and I like it.
Me
Especially
too.
if they're doing it like the actual movie, the music and all that would be fun. But I just don't think it's gonna be like amazing. Like it'll just kind of be like, all right, that's nice. I'm sure my daughter will like it and enjoy. She likes anything that happens to do with Disney, whether it's animated or real life. Even the Little Mermaid, which the OG's the OG, she still loved the new one. So like it'll be okay. It's gonna make money regardless, and
It's gonna make. Oh,
putting The
well, that's
Rock
what I
in
want to
there
say.
probably is what draws more, honestly, though. Because
It's
if they
gonna make a
didn't put him in there, I feel like
buttload of
less
money.
people would go out to watch it than with him. Like there'll still be a lot of people, but I'm
Yeah,
saying like with
I
him in
do
it, I
agree.
think will draw more.
Yeah, and there's gonna be people who probably wouldn't have seen the movie that are gonna go see it because The Rock is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end of
that's exactly. So that's gonna draw more automatically, I think, which I
the end
think
of the
is
day,
smart
it's
for
gonna make
them.
a ton of money. And that's at the end of the day, all
That's
Disney
really all that
does.
matters for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all that really matters for them. But like the
They're not
one
looking
thing
to win
too,
awards; they just want to make money.
no. But then the other thing too that like I always say to myself as like a kid at heart and a dad, and I look at all these like quote unquote film buff, people online who are like, this is crap. Like we don't need this, but like it's not for you. Like, yes, Disney's knows they're gonna make money, but like there's gonna be kids who love this. There's even gonna be like some who are just at an age where they can actually watch the animated one to understand it, but they also can go see this live action. They
Yeah,
may like this one better. Like that's like the one thing that I've always liked about the live action ones. Like I don't really look at them as money grabs as much as a lot of other people do
yeah,
because it's just another form of telling these great stories.
yeah,
So,
100%. Like, instead of making a sequel, which a lot of times bombs,
yeah,
just remake it, change it up a little bit. And if it happens to be live action, it's different enough. It's live action. The thing that is odd is how fast this one did come out, though, because
correct.
all the other big ones, like The Lion King that I was talking about, The Little Mermaid, Snow White, Cinderella, all of those came out live action way after the movie, animated wise, was out. Lilo and Stitch
Agreed.
even was a big gap. So, like, this one is like, it hasn't been, you think about it, probably has been like more years than we really think, but definitely not as long as
No, it has,
many of these others.
but this is a totally like data driven business decision.
Mhm.
Like, it's
Yeah,
as
it's still
simple as that.
currently being watched. It's still a big,
Correct.
current movie. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about this. Obviously, like Charlie was saying, a lot of the influencer types and the people out there are kind of bashing it, and for what it is, it's the first time we see this trailer. But who knows? Maybe the rest of the movie and everything else will be done just right. But it did feel a little off from what I was my
Yeah,
expectations. Not that I had huge expectations, but it was different route than what I thought they were going to go with.
100%.
For sure. But we'll switch things up. Another trailer. This one I know we're going to probably really get into before we go into our fun blind ranking Marvel characters that we're going to do afterwards. And it is Marvel, of course, and it is Spider-Man, Brand New Day. And this is a very hyped up
Yes.
movie trailer. Everything that has to do with this is very big. The last time we spoke, kind of on like what's going on with Marvel and where we think they're going and whatever, we did mention, obviously Daredevil, which, like we were saying, just came coming out as a show. And then Spider-Man being like that next movie that's going to come out, huge blockbuster. Spider-Man's a huge character in general. Where is this going with the storyline? Where's this going to go? And we're going to kind of dig into what we thought about the trailer specifically. But first off, like, this shattered records on like
Yeah.
how many people watch this trailer, which just goes to show you like how much excitement there was behind one Spider-Man, another MCU, like this new phase and everything, that everyone wants this. It's like they're itching for it, and they probably were
Yeah.
really, really excited to see what's to come. But what were your thoughts just initially seeing the trailer? I mean, I don't know if I've kind of dug into a little bit of some breakdowns and people having theories as well afterwards, which I would love to, chat them up with you
Yeah.
about. But what are your thoughts just initially of the trailer and for what you saw?
I mean, initially, I loved this trailer. It was exactly what I've been wanting. I mean, Spider-Man is one of my all-time favorites. I personally think Tom Holland has been the best Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Um, it's a perfect continuation of No Way Home, but I mean, I love the title being called A Brand New Day, that it also feels different. It
Hmm.
gave a lot of nods for comic book fans. It has like a darker tone. Um, you were getting street level Spider-Man that, people have been wanting in the MCU because we've really have only gotten kind of basically like Tony's sidekick in a way. He's
Yeah.
had suits that Iron Man has made for him. This is him on his own. But then I also like it's teasing that he's kind of going to be mutating into a spider as well. Like one thing with like Tobey Maguire ones, like he always was shooting webs from his actual body, where like in the comics, early runs and what they've done in the MCU, Peter has like made web shooters.
Mhm.
I don't know, everything about this trailer I absolutely loved. It's insane that it's the first trailer to ever have over 1 billion views. Um, but like, I mean, I've watched this so many times, I've dissected it, and it couldn't have been a better first trailer, in my opinion. And I have no problems calling a spade a spade. Like, this is what the MCU fans have been wanting. They want to get back to the characters that they love. I'm not gonna sit here. I used to be the type of person who like anything Marvel put out, I would say was great. And then I got to a point I was like, I don't need to do that anymore. It's not good. There's so much stuff to like consume now that like
Mhm.
I only have time for so much, and I'm only gonna really watch what I want to watch. And like this is the first thing in a while where I'm like, hell yeah, Marvel's back. Between this Doom, like it's gonna be interesting to see how the first real Doomsday trailer does going up against this. And like I said, I'm excited for Daredevil, but by no means like Spider-Man to me is gonna be like really what brings the MCU back.
Mhm. Yeah. I agree because I mean, Spider-Man has always been a very popular character, right?
Yeah.
In general, this version of him and the MCU version, Tom Holland's take on it, has gotten like a lot of younger fans and OG fans, or whatever, kind of like in a mix. And he's been really our Spider-Man for a while. Obviously, we grew up with multiple other Spider-Man as well, but this is really who we have had, and he's been
Yeah.
kind of around longer than they were, so he kinda is taking them in. What, this is now his 4th movie,
It'll be
technically?
his
Well,
fourth movie, but then he's been
yeah,
in two Avengers movies.
and he's
He's
been in other
been
stuff, exactly, so, like,
Civil
he's
War.
really
Yeah.
been the Spider-Man for a long time, so, um, that made excitement, around everyone when it came to this trailer, for sure, which I do think Doomsday will probably be wild with the expectations and the hype that they have, that maybe that's
Yeah.
gonna shatter this one. Who knows? Just because everyone's gonna be like, what's gonna happen, or what it
I
is,
agree.
the reveals. But this one was great. They showed like a lot, but still kept a lot away
Agreed.
from you. So you don't know exactly. Like you kind of can pick up on things, but not anything is like guaranteed. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can go with it. I do agree. I love the nods to a lot of the real OG comic book moments. Like they literally mirrored at least maybe
Covers.
4 or 5 like
Yeah.
covers of like real legit OG awesome comic moments for Spider-Man, and they put it into like the movie, which is like super cool. And you see that just in this trailer. Like who knows what else they have, that is in the actual movie itself. It's packed with a lot of people. We got different villains. We have pretty interesting storylines where it really shows that he is trying to figure out how to live in this world that no one knows who he is, and all his friends are gone and they no longer know who he is, and he has to live amongst them, but no one knows that, they don't have that friendship and all that stuff that
Yeah.
he had with all of them. So we're getting that part of it. We're getting some old characters coming back, which is cool to see. Some new characters potentially, the back of other big characters potentially.
Yes.
Like there's like, it's obviously really putting us into like the MCU, that where it's going, where clearly mutants and X-Men and that world really is going to be a huge part of this phase, which we kind of knew was happening, obviously, in the last one and with the multiverse stuff. But then we were like, all right, for Doomsday, we're gonna get legit a lot of these
Yep.
people back. So we had that conversation, like, yeah, they're gonna do this whole X-Men thing, then potentially blow it up and kind of start it over. But this is showing you like this is gonna be a part of that too, for sure. Um, and then another thing I loved is the Punisher. Obviously, he's gonna
Yes.
have a good part in this, and his character, John Bernthal, just crushes. Like he's perfect. Like I love his show alone. Obviously, every time he's been with Daredevil, and now we're getting him in this. And one thing that is interesting is it almost confirms the way they set this up, that we're probably going to get Spider-Man at some point towards the end of the Daredevil show, I would assume, because they
Yeah.
make it kind of seem like he's kind of already part of it. Like Frank and him have a conversation like they know each other. They've never been on screen together except for in that trailer. So they have to have another moment that they're really like
What's funny,
introduced to each other, which I think is interesting.
the trailer kind of spoils the end of this new season of Daredevil in a way.
That's exactly what, I was
Yeah.
kind of going.
Which like that may have went over some people's heads, but it totally does. But I agree with you. Like having the Punisher in it was awesome. I also love like their dynamic in the comics is great. And
Mhm.
one thing a lot of people were kind of saying like, how are we going to bring John Bernthal's Punisher, who's basically TVMA rated,
Yeah.
into the world of Spider-Man. And I loved in the trailer, like when he's about to say the F word, like Peter webs his mouth shut and you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
hear the
Yeah.
whole thing. Like that to me is like, that's a perfect way of doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it will be interesting though. Like I like that you brought up like they must meet each other and it's on another project. And we also do have the Punisher special that's coming
Mhm.
before that they have said is going to lead right into the movie. But I also wouldn't mind if it's kind of just like we never do really see that interaction on screen and they do just know each other from this or that. Like I do think that is a possibility of happening, only because it's the one thing that sucks is like Sony's kind of still a little bit of the dick with Disney and Marvel of like when they can use like Peter and whatnot. Like
Mhm.
so that kind of makes me feel like maybe that won't happen, but I wouldn't care
Yeah.
one way or another.
I would, if I had to guess, like I had to bet, which I'm not a betting man, it would be like a post credit type of thing. Like I don't think he's going to be part of the actual
Yeah, yeah.
show if it really came down to it. And I think that maybe they can get away with a little bit more, like with even like the Venom post credit scene, like something like that, right? Like where it's
No,
like
I know you're
they
saying.
kind of get away with it a little easier. That might be what we get. But either way, I just love that they're all kind of in that same world now. Obviously, we already got Daredevil in MCU movie, quick scene, as Matt Murdock already. So like, that's obviously probably an easier way for him to transition into the movies and stuff. And now we're going to get Punisher in it because we
Yep.
had it before. So that's cool that he's getting into this world. So
And Bruce
yeah, I'm
Banner
excited
was
for it.
also in the trailer, which is
Who was?
cool. Bruce Banner.
Yes. Okay, I wanted to bring him up. Actually, I'm glad you said that. So there's a lot of theories and a lot of things going around about him and kind of what he's gonna be, and potentially like an evil version or
Yeah.
something, and that he might be in there. Obviously, he's like Bruce Banner. We don't see him as Hulk, so we don't know. And suppose he has like something on his arm that he has that kind of controls him, not from just
Yep.
becoming
Turning into
Hulk
him.
and hulking
Yeah.
out. So that's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, we have a lot of the old school people, his friends, MJ, and all them. And then we do see officially Scorpion as
Yes.
well. We see the
Tarantula.
Hand, which is new.
Yes.
Tarantula as well. The Hand, which is new. So that's kind of like another. That's where there's some ties they're saying to
The
maybe
Daredevil.
the Daredevil, and then like the mutation stuff as well is going to get tied into there, which, like you said, is he, there's obviously comic storylines and everything where he does turn actually into a spider,
Spider.
essentially.
Yep. Spider-Man
Spider-Man,
90s show.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, is that what's happening to him? We've seen his eyes glossed over in black, and like, is something taking over him? Like,
Which would be
some people were
sick.
saying like symbiote and stuff like that, but I don't think that's what that is. I think it's more the other route of like the whole spider
Agreed.
thing, um, which is cool because it's different. It's dark, especially Tom Holland, Peter Parker, and Tom Holland Spider Man has been all bubbly and happy and bright.
Yes.
This is very different. Like we
I
have
like that
some
he's like
moments of that,
depressed.
but yes, exactly. He's sad. He's depressed. It's darker. It's a little bit of a change up there for sure. But it is street level Spider Man. Like he's Spider Man. His suit looks great, and you could tell he's like washing it in the at the laundromat. Like he's obviously like going through some stuff. But then the other like kind of hint is potentially we saw Jean Grey, which is who Sadie Sink was pretty much all but confirmed to be playing. And if that's who that is, that's super sick because obviously there's moments where you see someone kind of possessing people and
She's
like
definitely the one doing
yeah,
that.
yeah, which it just connects way too easily to be what it is.
Yeah,
I love that they tease it and we kind of see it, but we don't at the same time. So it's like fun enough to kind of still be up in the air, but that's a perfect way to get her into there. So that's going to be a whole nother
totally.
fun like
I'm
aspect of
super
that
pumped for
character.
her.
Yeah.
And it's funny, as much as I have the nostalgia of like the OG like X-Men from the
Yeah.
Fox movies, and I'm pumped they're going to be in Doomsday, but like I'm ready for like the new MCU X-Men, and what perfect way to start with Jean Grey already in Spider-Man. Like, and you know, Sadie Sink is amazing. I think that is like grade A casting. Like most of the time Marvel never misses on their casting
Yeah.
for the most part, and yeah, that just makes this movie even more exciting because like X-Men and Spider-Man like arguably are the most popular Marvel characters. Like it's just weird because like it's hard to think of a time where, you know, Iron Man and Thor and Captain weren't huge, but like the MCU made them huge. They were B, C level characters.
Hmm.
Like it's wild to even think that. Um how successful to the MCU's been without like these characters. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm excited. I mean, when you get new versions and new people and young and fresh, whatever, it's always fun. Even like obviously it was still in the Fox days, but like when we got the OG original X-Men, then we started getting the like kind
did
of
the
prequels, I
prequel
guess you could
versions, yeah.
say. Like it was still different people and it was fresh. It was even though they were quote unquote playing like the same, you know, timeline, the same people, but it's fun to see them again because it's cool and it's nostalgic. But I agree, like getting something new and the fact that we get a new character of that and we know that the OG's ones are still existing also in the next movie just all but tells you that obviously they're going to be gone eventually. Like this really
Yeah.
is going to be a
Yes.
wipeout and we're going to get all new people and whatever. But I think they're just doing it in an interesting way that it's going to be entertaining and like fun for us to see as viewers and
100%.
fans. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Hopefully we start getting some more stuff out there. I'm sure we'll get another big trailer eventually before the movie does come out. But yeah, this is going to be a big one for sure. So let us know what you guys think,
Yeah, let
because
us know.
we are both very excited for this as you know Marvel Spider-Man specific fans as well. And yeah, so that's gonna be cool for the trailer. So we have something different that we wanted to do. We've been talking about doing stuff like this for a while, and we figured this is a perfect time. You know, with all the Marvel talk and everything, we'll start off with a Marvel specific type one. But we're gonna do this more often. We'll do things like this. Specifically today, we're gonna do a blind ranking, which I think is always kind of funny
Yeah.
because we're gonna kind of bring each other our own little group of people that we want to talk about. We're going to do Marvel heroes, a list each, and then we'll do Marvel villains each. Um, but for future episodes, we'll probably do just top 10 favorite things as well, whether it's movies or characters or whatever it might be. We'll do stuff like that. But this one we wanted to start off with just because, you know, it was Marvel related. And I think we can have some fun with it. So what do you want to start off with? Let's go.
Start off with
Heroes or
heroes. Start off with
Okay.
heroes.
All right. So this is how we're gonna do it. How about this? So we'll start off with heroes. How about this? You make your list first. So I'll give you 10 random.
Okay.
We're gonna do one at a time.
Okay.
You're gonna blind rank them
Okay.
based off of who you think
Okay.
are the top 10 Marvel heroes. Obviously,
Okay.
if you guys have not seen this, this is all over the place. I'm going to say one name. Charlie's going to put them in a random
I'm, like,
ranking,
writing
and
down
then
right
he
now.
has no idea who's next. And then I'm telling the next one, and he's going to hopefully build a perfect little
Yeah.
list here.
Let's see
Are
how
you
this
ready?
goes. I'm
So I
excited
tried
for this.
so I got a little bit of a mix, you know, some big names in there, a couple people here and there, and then would love to see kind of what your thoughts are on some of these. But let's start it off with first on the list. We're gonna go with the Hulk.
The Hulk. Okay. It's funny. I personally like the Hulk probably more
It's
than
your
most
list.
people.
It's your
No, I
list.
know, but I need to like really strategically like think of like where I want to put him. I'm gonna put him dead in the middle at 5.
Right in the middle at 5. Right. So the Hulk at 5. All right.
I need to make sure
Up
I remember
next,
this.
we're gonna go with Daredevil.
Daredevil. Oof. Now I'm like regretting I put Hulk maybe at 5 already. I know. All right, I'm gonna have to gamble here based off of who you're gonna pick. I'm gonna put Daredevil at 4.
Okay. Daredevil at 4. All right. Next up, we're gonna go Thor.
Thor 7.
7. Oh, not so big on Thor, huh?
No, I like Thor, but these are hard. I don't do good with these.
They're definitely hard.
Especially, it's funny. I like a lot of the Marvel characters are just like good.
Yeah.
Like the
Like
movies
you'll
have
put
made
them in a
them.
group
Yeah.
and just like, yeah. I get it. All right. Up next, let's go with Rocket.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this. I'm kind of making my list based. I don't know if this is how you perceived it. I'm gonna go with like their movie personas.
So yeah, we should have probably said this before, but we'll go mostly MCU here.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if it's between two, you could go with the iconicness of the comic versions and stuff. But yeah, because obviously, like Rocket, for instance, the movie.
Like I'm putting Rocket at 3.
3.
3.
Woo. All right, it's up there. I mean, hey, I agree. It's a big one. All right. Up next, we got Beast.
9.
9. Okay. I love for Beast. All right. Next, we're going to go with. I'm going to start to get you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Wasp.
Oh, 10.
I'm setting you up.
Yeah. Well, definitely 10.
10. Next, we're going to go with Captain America.
People are going to be maybe surprised at this, but I have no problems putting him at 8.
8. All right. So you got.
I have 3 left, right?
1, 2,
2,
and 6.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go with Iron Man.
2.
2. Okay.
Yep. If you don't use the person that I want number 1, I'm going to be mad.
I'm just happy that I'm going to go with this next one, and pretty sure you're going to go 6, but I'm happy that it's 6 and you're not going to be happy that it's 6. We're going to go with Shuri.
Yeah. Yeah, there she goes. Definitely not happy about that one. That does mess up my bracket, but it's so funny. I love that character in the first Black Panther, and I hate that character in Wakanda Forever.
I knew you did. All right. So that leaves only number 1. I left them last. But
Spider-Man.
It's not bad. It's Spider-Man.
That's what I want. It's number 1. Okay.
Solid.
Okay. Spider-Man.
It's not bad. So Spider-Man 1, Iron Man 2, Rocket 3, Daredevil 4, Hulk 5, Shuri 6, Thor 7, Cap 8, Beast 9, and Wasp 10.
To me, this is almost a perfect list for me if I could swap Beast with Shuri.
With Shuri.
Okay. That was fun.
Ooh.
All right. We'll go decorate into heroes for you. And we're going to start off with Daredevil.
Okay. Daredevil, I like. I want to be safe, though. I don't love. So I'm going to start right in the middle. I'm going to go number 5.
Okay. Just like I'm trying to write these down.
Yeah, I just wrote like a little number next to it. So then.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So
Yeah, that's probably a smarter way of doing it.
So
I was
that's
actually
easier for
making a
you to
list. All right. So Daredevil, we have at 5. Okay. Next, we're going to go with Doctor Strange.
All right. So I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big Doctor Strange fan.
Okay.
So I'm okay putting him down a little lower. Cumberbatch is great. I think he does a good job of him. But I'm going to put him at 8.
Okay. All right. Next one we're going with is Captain America.
Okay. Captain America. See, now I'm kind of stuck because I kind of like Daredevil more than Captain America. Yeah, I'm going to go Cap 6.
Okay. Not a bad spot.
Yeah. Not a huge fan. I know I don't hate him, but
yeah, I don't know. Same.
I know some people love him, but yeah.
All right. Now we're going to go with Thor.
Thor. Man, I'm so many spots at the top still. I hope I'm not setting myself up here. Let's go Thor 7.
Okay. Oof. All right. Next one. Iron
These
Man.
are tough. Iron Man?
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, these are tough. Let's go Iron Man 2.
Solid. All right. We're going to now go with Black Panther.
I'm going to go Black Panther 3.
Okay. Now we're going to go with the Scarlet Witch.
She's good. I would actually have her higher than this, but I'm going to have to go 9.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, we got 3 left.
Yep. Got 1, 4, and 10.
Spiderman.
I got to go 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have
Who's missing? I'm trying to think if there's somebody.
Wolverine.
Okay, Wolverine's a banger. I go Wolverine 4.
Okay.
Okay with that.
And then your final one.
And then 10.
Your list is pretty good. Black Widow.
Let's go. Sorry, ladies. 9 and 10.
I mean, yeah, it's nothing personal.
Yeah, not bad. I actually like it.
You have a good list.
I do like it. I like Scarlet Witch a bit more probably than Doctor Strange. Maybe even Thor, honestly, actually.
So you had Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Panther, Wolverine, Daredevil, Captain America, Thor, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Black Widow. That's a
Black
pretty
Widow.
good list.
Yeah, actually,
That is a pretty good list.
pretty solid. All right.
Now on to the villains.
Let's go to villains. These I had some fun with. So I think
Villains is gonna be oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. Do you want to flip it this time? I'll go first this time.
So I'll go first. Yeah, I'll
let you read and
yep,
then,
yep. Okay, just gotta look at my list of how I want to start this. Okay.
Doing Marvel villains blind rank.
All right, we're gonna start off with Thanos.
Big one, huh?
Yeah, big one. Right off the bat, where do you want to put him?
Damn. I'm gonna go Thanos at. Let's go 3.
Okay.
I have some that I like better that are hopefully you say, but I'm okay putting him at 3.
Next, we're gonna go with the Green Goblin.
Solid. Green Goblin. Let's go 5. Right in the middle.
Ooh, that's pretty low for the Green Goblin.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't put him above 10. No, let's go 5. I gotta stick to it.
All right. Ultron.
I'm gonna go Ultron 9.
That's good. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, Magneto.
Okay, that's a good one. Magneto. I'm gonna go number 1.
It's pretty good.
Could have gone 2, but who knows what you're gonna come up with? So I gotta lock down that number 1.
Next one, Kingpin.
Kingpin's a good one too. Fuck, I still have a couple more that I like. Oh, let's go Kingpin. Damn, let's go 6.
Oof.
I know.
Okay.
I'm really hoping you say these 2 others.
Next one, the Red Skull.
Okay. It's a good one, but I'm not a huge fan of him, so I'm okay with bringing him down a bit. Let's go 8.
Okay. Next one we're gonna go with is Loki.
Oh, I love Loki. I didn't think you were gonna say Loki. Let's go Loki 2.
Okay. Next one, Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom is strong. Do I put him there? Let's go Doctor Doom 4.
Okay. Your list is pretty good.
There's someone that I would have high. I don't know if you have him on there, but gotta kind of deal with it if you call him out.
The next one, Dr. Octopus.
Okay. He's gonna be 10.
Okay.
Okay with him being at the bottom. And then I got 7.
Kang.
All right, Kang. Not bad though.
No, it's a pretty good
My
list.
bottom 4 can go. I'm just,
So Magneto is, he wouldn't be my number 1. He'd probably be my number 2, but he is a number 1.
Yeah.
So then you got Loki. Loki's great. Then we're going with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Doom. It just sucks with Doctor Doom. Like Doctor Doom is arguably, in my opinion, the greatest Marvel villain, but we haven't really seen him in the MCU.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I had
like
to go
it's
based off of kind of
yeah.
comic-y and stuff. Agree.
Then Green Goblin, which he's a great, but dead in the middle for this list is not bad. Then Kingpin. Then we got Kang. Kang is just terrible in the MCU. Then we got the Red Skull. Then we got Ultron, who's pretty terrible in the MCU. But then Dr. Octopus dead last. I love Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
So I misread that one as being you're like, he sucks.
Hey, it's fine. Let's see. All right. Mine's gonna be fun too. I can't wait. All right, here we go. Blind ranking villains. All right. Let's start off with Kingpin.
I'm gonna go with 6.
6. Okay. Let's go Ultron.
9.
9. Okay. Let's go Green Goblin.
4.
4. Okay. Next, let's go Sabretooth.
8.
8. Okay. All right. Next, we're gonna go Magneto.
2.
2. All right. Next, let's go Doctor Doom.
1.
1. Oh man, so you got 1, 2. Okay.
See, I'm really excited for Doctor Doom but in general, I do think he's like the best villain in Marvel. And if Marvel Studios had the rights to him from the get-go, like I think we'd already all feel that way, probably maybe even over Thanos.
All right, let's go next with Mole Man.
Mole Man, oh, well, Mole Man's played by my boy, but he's got to be 10.
10. Oh man. All right. Next up, we're gonna go Thanos.
3.
Okay. So you have
2 left, right?
Yep, 5 and 7. We're gonna go with Carnage.
7.
Oof. Thought you would have went 5 there. And then last at 5, we're going with Gore.
Man, I was hoping Loki was in here somewhere. Yeah. Damn. Gore. That's my clear bad one at 5, but I mean I'm pretty happy. Doctor Doom, Magneto, Thanos. Green Goblin, Gore, Kingpin, Carnage, Sabretooth, Ultron, and Mole Man.
Nice. Yeah, why don't you do two pretty low ones, so that when you got Mole Man, you were gonna kind of get screwed with Gore.
It's just funny because Mole Man in the MCU was so wasted and wasn't even really a villain.
Yeah. They barely even used him. I just thought it was hilarious because I know you like him anyways. All right, that was
That
fun.
was fun. That was
Yeah,
good.
I can't wait to do some more of those. Um, yeah, let us know what you guys think of our lists. Obviously, they were blind ranking, but I think
Yeah,
pretty solid overall, honestly, for our
we
first
did.
ever one. And
I agree.
we had some good ones. I think our lists weren't that bad. I like both my lists.
Me too. I would not
Um,
be ashamed of either of my lists if I had to put money on
yeah,
them.
exactly. But yeah, let us know actually in the comments if there's any specific lists you want us to kind of do and stuff, because we're going to do more of these going forward. But yeah, we'll switch things up quickly to some collectible news before we end off the episode. Let's start with Funko, because specifically I did want to mention this, obviously, because this was a kind of a crazy thing that they're doing, but just want to see what you think about it. We don't have to go too crazy on this, but the Funko Limited Edition has obviously been kind of the talk of the town with Funko. It's been a big deal. They sell out quickly. People go nuts and spend lots of money, even on the resale market for these. Um, and now they're doing a mystery box, which will include some of these limited edition pops. Which is it 4 pops, 3 or 4?
Yeah, it's 4
I think it's
pops.
4, right?
Yeah, yeah.
4 pops. The price is it's like
80
90,
bucks.
$80. Okay, so $80. So just under $20. No, $20 a pop. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is not
is good.
terrible for these limited edition pops.
No.
You're getting some that potentially are like slow pieces, 4, 5, 700,000, couple thousand, whatever. But what's interesting about this is that they even have this, because the whole point of these things being limited was obviously they were sold for a specific time. They sell out, which is what they say. But now I believe what they're saying is that this is like stuff that was unclaimed, which, if this is 100% what it is and they are unclaimed, this kind of goes, if you go, who knows, episodes that were under 100, like episode 50, maybe we talked about this, about how Funko would have when the warehouse situation happened and everything, whatever. But we kind of said, like, they should do these kind of things where if they don't get rid of these stuff, there's certain things that they can get rid of them in a fun and cool, exciting way. And that seems like what they're trying to do here. But it's just hard to really believe that that's what's actually
Just
happening. And I don't know what your thoughts are. I mean, it's obviously a cool way for somebody to get these limited pops again and get them at a good price, and you don't have to go crazy trying to, redeem them with your reward points and all that stuff. But what are your thoughts?
yeah. I think this is absolutely terrible. I've been like wanting to only really have nice things to say about Funko again. There's been some new pops that have been coming out. I may not necessarily be collecting them as much as I used to, but like they're cool. It's nice to know that they're made.
Yeah.
And now they do something like this. Like I think they lose all good grace that all the momentum they've gained, in my opinion, especially in this space. I think this is absolute trash. And I was like kind of giggling a little when you're talking, because I'm reading Dish Tracker's post about this is
Yeah.
phenomenal. When it comes to, I'm going to read it. When
Hmm.
it comes to limited edition collectibles, once they're gone, they're gone. Except for this exclusive limited edition mystery bundle. If you missed the drop on your favorite limited edition items, now's your second chance to score hot sellout finds with this mystery bundle, including 4 limited edition pop collectibles gathered from abandoned checkout cards.
Yep.
Each bundle contains a variety of rarities. This is, I think, the longest he's ever read, some of which may have previously sold out in seconds, randomized into mystery packaging. This bundle makes for a truly thrilling hunt. Which limited editions will you discover? Some collectibles may come prepackaged in a UV premium plastic pop protector. Vinyl
Yep.
figures are approximately 4 inches, 10.2 centimeters tall. Height varies depending on figure. 4 collectibles per single package purchase. I mean, dude, the thing that blows my mind is I don't now believe that they're selling out. I think they're faking hype, which is totally worked for them, because people are selling these things for like dude,
$1,000,
thousand
like
dude,
hundreds and
yeah,
hundreds of
like the
dollars.
art being in here, or then like the Krang pop being in here. That it they messed up in the first sale, it crashed the website, and then they pulled
Yeah.
it down, but now they put it up for sale again actually this week, but now it's gonna be part of this box. Like, supposedly these have all sold out, and, like, I don't buy abandoned carts. They would've put them right back up in the system immediately.
Yeah, yeah, which they usually do, exactly.
It's like, this just rubs me the wrong way, especially for something that has totally like, all the, people who talk about Funko on the internet have said, like, this is, like, rejuvenated them. Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
why are
No,
you
no, yeah, for
doing
sure.
this?
For the excitement and the hype has definitely been there. But I mean,
And
they're just
and
getting more
don't
people are gonna buy these though, so they're still selling
they're gonna, because it also the other thing that pisses me off, it shows how messed up their price points are. Dude, like, to get the art pop, it was
$50 for the
$50. Like, I'm pretty sure, and, like, don't quote me on this, think for the limiteds, the cheapest one you can get is 20.
yeah, probably.
So they're basically
Yeah,
telling
most of them are
you,
a little more, yeah.
yeah, like, I don't know, unless they're all just gonna be trash. And I also don't love that they've had certain people showcase what to advertise this with, like, fire ones. It almost
Yeah.
feels like false advertisement in a cringy way to get people to want to buy these, to never have a chance to really get them. Like, let's be real, like, how many Art the Clowns do we really think there are available in here?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, I
It
do not
just
like
yeah,
this.
it goes back to previous debates and conversations that we have had on we will never ever, specifically because their limited pieces are not actually numbered and branded to a specific piece, we will never know if a limited amount is really what it is. There's just never. We used to
No
say
way.
this all the time with sodas. Like if it said it was a 2,000 piece, we will never know if they made 4,000 of them because everyone that has it is like, "Oh, I'm one of the 2,000," but no one's gonna get together and be like, "Let's count these out," because they're not 1 of 2,000, 2 of 2,000, 3 of 2,000. That's the only way to know. And then if you happen to see the same number twice, okay, this is a little weird. Clearly, they're not going to do that. They're just going to keep things quote unquote limited and numbered. So if there's 750 in these arts, you know, that situation that your, cousin went through and they
Yeah,
didn't send him it. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, we'll be able to get it or whatever. They made it kind of seem like he would still get it. It was kind of like, but
which he
wasn't it
did
limited? Like,
update. He did.
these? Yes, but that's what I was thinking. Like, wasn't this actually limited to a certain number? Like, where's this extra one? And then now they're showing up in these mystery boxes, but they say it's because of crash carts and unredeemed and whatever. It just, it's just too fishy. It's too weird. And the boxes, I mean, if I have to just say it as like a who cares what Funko's doing, you have an opportunity to get whatever you want. The box is cool. Fine.
Agreed.
You got a good price point, $80. You get 4 pops, they're gonna be limited. This probably maybe should just be the way they do these limited pops. Like just do mystery boxes from now on. Like don't even do these crazy drops. But then again, their hype would go out the window. But who knows now they're doing this? How's the rest of these other ones going to be? Are people going to get as excited for some of these quote unquote limited, only one time drop things, knowing that there's a potential that months down the line they're going to come out in a box? Who knows? It's not the first time Funko's done this though, where they just do these quote unquote mystery boxes or fun days boxes or travel across the world box, whatever the hell that thing was called back in the day with Freddie driving in a bus and
Love the
whatever.
Rud.
Like whenever they do these, they always have these random pops that come out that are limited and sometimes you get stuff that came out way before. This is not new. So like we shouldn't be shocked or surprised, but it's just weird. It's bad on their end, but then again, they continue to do these things, and it doesn't matter who the leadership is; they're still all doing a similar type of thing. So it's obviously something that's making them money, and they're going to benefit from it. But it did cause a lot of uproar, and there was a lot of people kind of upset about this. Especially the art one was like the big one because, like, yeah, that one went so
Yeah,
fast; it was only 750, quote unquote. Thing was selling for hundreds of dollars, even $1,000 sometimes,
thousands.
and now that person that bought one for 1,000 could have just went and paid 80. Not guaranteed to get it. I get it. But like, come on. I don't know. It's just the value of those things are gonna just go up and down now. probably
Yeah,
more
it
down
just
if anything.
diminishes the value of them too. Even if you're not a value collector, we say this all the time. It's cool if they hold value. I don't know. Yeah, it's upsetting, and especially just shows like way when back when they first announced this, me and you shit all over their price points for them. I mean, we all know that they're making X amount of money anyway off of these. The fact that
Hmm.
they're going to sell a pop in this mystery box that could be included for $80 that normally would have got a $50 price tag shows that they don't even care about that. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's what's
making money.
weird.
Like it's crazy.
It
But
is. It is crazy. The only thing I would ever like kind of, I mean, I don't know if it would be okay with, but it would be a little more, you know, digestible, easier to kind of swallow, I guess you could say, whatever. Would be like, let's say they had batches of pops that were damaged, and then they sell them in these mystery box things for people who don't care if they're damaged, they want to take them out of the
I
boxes,
love that
whatever.
idea.
Then, not that maybe they have that many there are, but like if something like that happened, I think it would be a little bit more, palatable. I don't know. It's weird.
Also, another thing that no one's really talking about, and I know they're free, but you spent money to earn these fan rewards points.
Hmm.
Like some people are using their points and like then they don't even get them. Or do
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
give you
Yeah.
your
Yeah. Yeah.
points back? I
No,
don't
you lose the
know. Yeah,
points.
right?
Like you're basically just
Like
putting them
what the
in to
heck?
get into the draw or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it is a weird system. We've said it from the beginning. We weren't big fans of it. People just went kind of crazy for anything that was LE, quote unquote. So, but they're really probably not as limited as you think. But who knows? And then yeah, like they're sending these boxes. Obviously, some big channels, big influencers, people that we're fans and friends of. Like
Yeah.
power to them. They're getting stuff for free, but they're getting like some of these top ones, including the art, and it's kind of like, all right, well, there's two more that are not going to be out there, but like it's just strange to know like where are these duplicated things that were supposedly sold out. Like just don't say that they're going to sell out then if you're gonna do this. And I'm pretty sure, and Funko's not the only company, everyone does this when stuff, specifically them, definitely like during cons and things like that. Like when stuff goes quote unquote sold out and it doesn't actually really sell out, it gets put right back on the website. Like
Yeah.
big companies do it. Even people, smaller companies like Mischief Toys does that. Like if they have,
Exactly.
and they're a tiny company, if they have to do that
Immediately.
physically, probably to do it. Stuff doesn't go through. People didn't, check out. It was fraud, whatever it is. Oh, we still have this stock. Boom, put it right back up, sell it. They've done that before. Like now, that's not what they want to do. They're just gonna hold it to the side and be like, "Oh, guess what, guys? Today we had 34 crash pops, so that's good. Yesterday we had 16 crash pops, so now we're gonna take these 50. We're gonna put them in a mystery box. Who who fucking thought about that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's move on. It's pissed me
It's
off.
bad. So
um, let's get into VeeFriends real quick because we do want to talk about the comic. We have been talking about their comics every time there's a new one coming out, and now we got another one. They are coming out obviously faster, than
Fast and
usual. So
Furious.
this one is this week's on the 27th. So this is if you want to get the latest issue, it is issue 14. Really cool what they're doing with this one. It's called Doggy Daycare. And basically they are gonna feature all of like the dog
Yeah.
versions of a lot of their characters, which is there's a good handful of them. And this seems pretty cool, and it seems like it's a little bit more of like a fun little like I don't know, they're like
They're
kind of
secret
a
agents.
secret, yeah, like spies and secret agents, and there's what, like 7 of them, I think, or so. So it's cool. Like there's a lot of dog characters
Yeah.
in the whole world of VeeFriends. The artwork on this looks really cool. Like I really like the job and how they did it. And obviously same thing with the covers and everything, which we're always a fan of their covers and their alternate versions and stuff. But what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I have basically the same thoughts as you. Like, I think the cover definitely looks awesome. It's a cute story. It looks like it's going to be different than we say this all the time, but like each story that comes is different.
Mm-hmm.
The only constructive criticism I could maybe have now that we're getting in like comic 14, and there are so many characters as we all know, and if you're not aware, there's 250 plus characters. But like, I wish there maybe was a little more cohesiveness of some sort of story. Like, and it's still early on and we could get there maybe, but like this is just so like random and different. Like the last one with the farm pipes and then the aliens. And like I'm going back and forth, like
Yeah, they
d-
really are just coming
yeah,
out with whatever characters they want are gonna be in their own story. Like, it
which
doesn't
is
seem like they're
cool.
connected.
And we've kind of praised that before, but like I would like their like I'm just looking at now, it's like these characters, these dogs now that are secret agents in this storyline. It's like I'm curious in the future, is now this what these characters are? Like, or can they just throw Dialed In Dog in another comic book and make him whatever like want him to be,
Yeah.
if that makes
I
sense.
I feel like if I had to say, it seems like there's gonna be a chance, obviously, and I think they kinda hinted toward this, that, some of these characters will come back, because they keep saying first appearance, so, like, it
Yep.
makes it seem like, there will be eventually another comic and they'll have, a character that they had before. The way I'm taking it is that they will stay on their own storylines and their own,
Yeah.
if we get another issue and it's obviously the dogs, then it's another mission that they're going on, or it's another, a completely different story, but it's just them staying there. The farm fights ones will always be something that has to do with the fights and them and the farm animals and whatever. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And the reason why I say that is because they are so specific, like, they're the art style and the
Yeah.
design of each one, like, you look at a comic like The Viking, and then you look at this dog one. They're completely different, like, styles and artwork and whatever, like, if they were both on the same comic, specifically, like, the way they made
Yeah.
each one of them, they're not gonna make sense unless they redo the design of whatever character to look like he fits into these. I don't know if they're gonna do that. Who knows? We don't even know. I don't know if there's, like, an answer to that yet. I don't know if Gary even knows or if he's just kinda going
Doing it
episode
as
by
they go.
episode,
Yeah.
issue by issue. But I like that it's different though, because it does also allow someone who maybe isn't a completionist or someone who just likes a specific
Just to jump
character
in.
just to jump in at any point, or just grab an issue that they like, or just get 2 or 3 random issues that they like, and they don't have to get every single one. Um, but, if you're a big fan, diehard, and you like the characters in general, all of them, you're trying to get them all regardless. But I like that it's kind of up for that interpretation of how you feel.
No, totally. Yeah. And I wasn't saying it's just I'm just like
Yeah.
I like reading
It's an
The
interesting
Motivated
question though. It's
Monster
like,
comic
how's it gonna
book.
work?
And then like it's just like they're just all over the
Completely different.
place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
100%. I do agree with that, but it is interesting if we ever will know. I mean, we will once if we do see another character come back again, and hopefully we'll see what happens with that. Um, and then I think the last thing we'll end it with here. This is just a funny one, kind of fun. K-pop Demon Hunters is not going away. It seems like they're going to be around
No.
forever. It's going to be
Just
everywhere. Obviously, the movie was massive. All that kind of happened, and then Oscars, they win that, and like we didn't even get to talk about that. Like they won not only
yeah.
the song, which I definitely knew they would win song. They won best animated movie too. So like crazy hype behind that. Obviously, the next sequel's already been essentially announced that's going to be coming out, but years from now, because it does take them a long time to make these type of animated movies. But we're getting merch and we're getting stuff all the time for this. It's everywhere. And the latest is actually with McDonald's, which we've talked about McDonald's a few times on here, specifically like with the Pokemon stuff. And then, like, they have different toys and stuff, the Disney things that they come out with all the time with Happy Meals. And now we're getting these are what they like to call like adult
Adult
Happy Meals,
meals. Yeah.
basically. Mostly because of like food that you're gonna get in there. Like it's not just like a small 4-piece nuggets. Like you're getting like an
Yep.
actual meal. It's just specialized. Like they recently did this with like the Grinch. That was a big one
Yep.
during like Christmas time.
And the
And you got like
toy has normally been a little more adult
yeah, because you got a
centric.
pair of socks, and like
Yeah.
even though I gave those to Brooklyn, she actually wears them. It's funny. You got a pair of socks. It was one of that. But so this one, you got 2 different ones, which is cool. You can get like obviously the Demon Hunters themselves, or you can get the Saja Boys. So you got 2 different boxes, 2 different meals, and they're gonna actually have some collectible cards,
Yes.
which I think would be pretty cool to see. Because obviously, kind of like that anime style lends well to cards, i.e., One
Very
Piece
well.
and Pokemon, even, and Dragon Ball has cards, and all those other big animes as well. So, what are your thoughts on this? 'Cause it seems pretty fun, and I'll probably try and see if I can get something
Yeah.
like this. I think it'd be cool to see what the cards will look like.
I mean, I think it's pretty fun. And one thing that I don't think you just mentioned, which is funny, is the Saja Boys is actually a breakfast meal.
Oh, yes, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then it
So
turns
that's
into
okay.
the Huntrix for the, lunch and dinner.
Okay, so you
So
can
I
actually
think that's
just
funny. It is interesting though that K-pop Diva Huntress is the gift that keeps on giving. Like I'm
oh yeah.
curious if this will have tons of hype around it. I did find it interesting that it went the adult route, not in a
Yeah.
bad way, but like it's
Yeah.
interesting. Because it's funny, the hype in like, and I know we talked about this before, like the hype for the movie, I feel like still may be in your household. Like my
Yes.
boys like loved it for a while, and like we don't really talk about it at all anymore. I feel like the new one would have to be coming out for them to like get into it again. Um, but yeah, I like when McDonald's does this, especially I do think the adult meals are fun.
Mhm.
I wish it was a Mario adult meal, but that's just me.
Yeah. No, I agree though. Yeah, it is interesting to go with the adult route. It's obviously this is a little more tailored towards kids, the movie specifically, even though adults obviously like it.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and not that a kid can't even get this meal or eat this meal either. Like obviously they still can, but
Yes.
it is kind of like the way they're pushing it. I do. I mean, it is the complete opposite here in the household of my daughter,
Yeah.
which you have two sons and I have a daughter. So she's still to this day watches that movie all the time, like constantly is on replay with multiple other in her rotation. Um, so I know if she sees this, she hasn't yet, and if I even show this, and she doesn't like McDonald's of all the, like the fast food places, like she'll prefer a Wendy's or a Burger King. Um, but usually, like even when I have Pokemon cards or whatever, she kind of like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll get it. 'Cause she doesn't eat like burgers from there. She's only really nuggets, and she doesn't like the McDonald's ones. So she's just like, oh, I guess I'll get it just so we can get the Pokemon
The
stuff or whatever
toy.
it
Yeah.
was that was coming out. I think this one she might. And then again, I don't even remember exactly what the meal is, like if it's a specific sandwich. But like you said, obviously the Saja Boy one is a breakfast one, and then
Yeah. Because they made
Huntrix
one thing
one.
that I thought was absolutely awesome. They made like an actual promo for it that like was they definitely reused basically a scene from the movie, but
Mm-hmm.
made it new.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like it's definitely brilliant.
Well, it
The
also
way
doesn't
they're
hurt that
marketing
it's
it.
like the golden arches when
Yeah,
their
yeah,
big song's
yeah,
called Golden.
yeah.
So it all
It's
kind of
definitely
fits.
cool. It's
Yeah.
just like
And even the picture that we see shows like it looks like there's like going to be like the cards are going to be the characters. Because in the
yes,
breakfast one, it looks like you can get one of the five. So there's obviously more to collect there. And then the Huntrix is obviously the three main girls. And you can kind of see the pic, at least the picture I'm looking at, it's like a blurred out version of the cards.
that's what I
Um,
saw.
but it's just like, this is pretty cool, obviously. And if you want to collect them, you're going to kind of try to get them all. And there's not
Yeah,
too many to get. There's 8 in total, I guess. But
still a
you're going
lot.
to McDonald's a lot. Because the thing is, these things don't stay there for long. Like
No.
when something like this is there, it's like for like a month, and you're not gonna go to McDonald's every single day. I mean, you could, but
The one thing
so
too is though I've always remembered, at least for like the adult Happy Meals, they normally have been pretty hard to get.
yeah, that's
Um,
another thing. Like you'll go in and it's like, oh, we don't have those, or
yeah,
oh, we got rid
like I
of them,
wasn't
or they're
able to
sold
get
out, or whatever.
the Grinch one. Like I wanted to get the Grinch one.
Oh, see, I was able
They
to
were
get
gone.
one. I only went once, and I was able to grab one that day.
Like it's just
And everyone in
interesting.
there had them. It was funny. I'm seeing
It
people
is
eating
funny,
inside, and we went inside, and I was like, oh, I was getting the Grinch. Um,
but
but
it's
yeah,
cool that they're doing
it's
this.
cool.
Thing is, are
Definitely
people
different.
gonna rip the cards, or are they gonna leave them sealed?
Yeah, I know. It's a whole collector thing. It'll be
It's
interesting
so
to see.
funny.
We'll get more. I think it says the 31st is when they're going to start launching. So
Yes.
pretty soon. So look out for that. But I think that's going to do it for us. It was a packed episode, a lot of stuff. We had fun doing the lists.
Yes, those were
Definitely
fun.
want to do more of those again. Those were cool. And yeah, we're excited for a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out, specifically Marvel related. Check out obviously Daredevil. We'll be keeping up with those. And probably as we watch those, maybe we'll talk about that as well in upcoming
Yeah.
episodes. And then obviously more excitement as leading up to Spider-Man when that comes out, which I'm very excited for. But we'll leave it there. And Charlie will do, the usual, let you guys know where to follow us and everything if you haven't already. Hopefully you did like this video already. But he'll give you other social tags like usual, and us here, and appreciate you guys for listening / watching. Until next time.
Thank you as always. You can follow us at Collector Chatter and at Collector_Makes, at Collector_Charlie. And if you're listening on podcast platforms, we really appreciate if you could follow us over there, leave us a review. And if you're on Spotify, and I actually think maybe now Apple is going to update theirs a little bit. There may be some more features coming to Apple Podcasts, which is fun because I know a lot of people listen on Apple. But on Spotify, as we always say, you can answer the poll that we put up for the episode. And then if you're not already, if you can come over to YouTube, but if you're here already, thank you very much. But if you could like this video, give us a comment, let us know anything that you liked during the episode. Like Make said, we're going to be doing more of those rankings. Let us know if there's anything you would like us to rank, and whether we come prepared with lists or we do blind rankings. Both. We'll probably do a bit of both, but it's going to be super fun. And then if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Please, please, please. And then hit that notification bell so you know when new episodes and videos come out. So, as always, we really appreciate everyone. Collecting is the way. Until the next episode, later.
Later, everybody.